Hey everyone, in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how I made this website, and I'm going to be teaching you how to make this whole website step by step, and I'm not going to skip any steps, so even if you're a complete beginner, you're going to be able to make this website. This website has this slider up here on the top, which I'm going to show you how to do, and has a few modules, which we will learn about later, right here and right here. It has a basic about page with an image and some social media icons and a testimonial. It also has a services page because this is a fictional landscaping website. So we have the services and we have a photo gallery of our landscaper's work. And we have a contact page with a map up here at the top, and a contact form right here in the middle so people can email you directly from your website. We have the social icons again over here, some phone and email information, our address, and one more testimonial. So I'm going to be showing you everything, including how to make a custom logo and how to put this up here. So I'm not going to skip anything, and by the end of it, you should have a very nice website for your business. So this website is going to be built on the award-winning Joomla content management system. And what Joomla is going to do for you is make it super easy to add, delete, edit, or change any aspect of your whole website with just a few clicks of a mouse. If you can use Microsoft Word, you can use Joomla. It's super easy, and huge companies like MTV, Mitsubishi, Burger King, Sprint, and millions of others use Joomla to manage their website. So it's super simple, but also super powerful. So if you want to grow your site or change anything or do anything, it's definitely possible with Joomla. So in order to get started, the first thing that we need to do is get a domain. Now, if you already have a domain and already know all of this, you can skip this step, obviously. But what a domain is something like www.google.com. So this is Google's domain name. So the domain name is going to be your company name or your name, but you can also get .net, .org, .info, or any other extension that you know about. After that, we have to get hosting, and hosting is also known as getting a server. And what the server does is actually store all of the files and all of the content on your website. So it actually holds the files. It's like a hard drive that holds your files, and all the domain does is point to the hosting when you type it in up here. So www.google.com, that's the domain name. And when I hit enter, the hosting brings up all of the files, which is the images and the whole website. So after we get our domain and hosting, now we have to install Joomla on our host. So installing Joomla is super easy. It's just a one-click install. And then we have to add our content onto Joomla. So our content is going to be all of the pages and images and whatever else is going to be on your website. So it does cost a little money to get started, and getting a domain is about $10 per month, and getting hosting, getting a domain is about $15 per year, and getting hosting is about $10 per month. Everything else like Joomla and obviously adding the content is free. So it's going to cost around $25 to get started, and I'll also show you how to get a little discount on this $25. So let's do steps 1 and 2, and let's get a domain and get hosting, and we can do this at the same place at the same time. So let's head over to hostgator.com. HostGator is one of the biggest hosting companies, if not the biggest hosting companies. They also own a couple other companies like Bluehost, and they are really great. I've been using them for around 5 years, and they have awesome support and pretty awesome prices. So once you get to HostGator, just head over to web hosting. So here they're going to give you a few different options for a few different hosting plans that you can choose from. You have the hatchling plan, baby plan, and business plan. And I go with the baby plan because it allows you to have unlimited domains. So you could have www.ilovecats.com, ilovedogs.com, and ilovekittens.com. With the hatchling plan, it is cheaper, but you could only have one domain on it. So you could only have ilovedogs.com. So you can choose between either one. I don't recommend the business plan. That's kind of overkill if you're just doing a regular website. But either way, you can choose to pay upfront for 3 years, 2 years, 1 year, 6 months, or just pay month to month, which I do because that way you can cancel it anytime. So I'll choose monthly, and I will click order now. So this is the fun step of choosing your new domain name. And if you already have a domain name that you got from a registrar like GoDaddy, you can click here and then type in the domain here. But if you are needing a new domain name, just click register a new domain, and then you have to make up your new domain. So this is going to be your company name or your name or whatever it is that you want to do. I will choose cooljoomlatutorial.com. And you can also choose .net, .org, .info, or .biz. And just a warning, a lot of the domains that you might want are going to be taken. So I recommend just being creative and know that you can also use dashes within your domain name. So from there, let's scroll down and make sure that we are getting the package and billing cycle that we want. And then down here is where we choose the username for our hosting control panel. And here you can literally choose anything. So I'm just going to choose Michael. And then we have to make up a security pin. So just choose any 4 to 8 numbers that you will remember. And below that is where you enter your billing information, like your name, email, address, and everything like that. And you can pay with credit card or with PayPal. And if you're not from the US, I recommend paying with PayPal because that's your only option. So I'm going to choose credit card, and below that is where they're going to try to sell you on some hosting add-ons. So I generally recommend against all of these. You can save yourself a lot of money by not choosing any of these. The only one that you might want is the private domain, because with any domain, you can actually look up who owns it, and you can look up information like their name, their phone number, I think maybe their address. So if you don't want people to be able to look up that information, you can leave this checked. But if you don't care, you can just leave it unchecked. So I'm just going to uncheck it. The site lock, we don't need this because Joomla is very secure on its own. So let's save ourselves another $15 per year. And we're going to be doing a little bit of SEO, search engine optimization, on our website. So we also do not need this. So I'm just going to leave those all unchecked. And HostGator always will give you 20% off by default. But if you enter in HostGator 2518, this will give you 25% off. And this is my coupon code. So whenever anybody enters it, HostGator will give me a little bit of credit. So I appreciate everyone who does enter it. So once you enter it, just click validate. And then below, just review all of your information. Make sure everything is correct. Click I have read and agreed the terms. And then click create account. So I'm just going to fill out all of this information, and we'll see you on the next page. So the next step was just a confirmation, and you should be receiving this email from HostGator soon. It can take up to 24 hours for your whole domain and hosting to become fully functional, Usually it takes maybe 20 minutes to 2 hours, but sometimes it takes longer. So just be patient. But once you receive this email, you can open it up and we can continue to the next step, which is, so we got these done. Let's go ahead and install Joomla now. So in order to install Joomla, we have to log into the control panel of our web host. So let's copy this password down here. Make sure not to copy any spaces. And open up where it says your control panel. And make sure you remember the username that you made on the last step. So let's open up your control panel. I'm going to type in my username and just paste in my password. Click login. So this is the back end or the control panel of your web host. From here, you can do a lot of stuff like change some of your account information or get some live chat support or even add on a domain name. But what we are here to do is to install Joomla. So let's scroll down to where it says software and services and let's click quick install. On the left-hand side below CMS software, you are going to see Joomla. Click it and then click continue. So if you have multiple domains, you can choose which domain you want to install Joomla on by clicking this right here. I just want my Joomla website to be on cooljoomlatutorial.com. But if you want your Joomla website to be on a subdirectory, for example, cooljoomlatutorial.com/dogs, you could type in dogs here. But if you just want it on your main domain name, just leave this blank. So my Joomla website, it's going to be located just at cooljoomlatutorial.com. You can leave this checked off and just type in your email address. Type in your admin username. You can choose any username that you want. I'm just going to choose Michael. And then choose your site name. So this is going to be your name or your company's name. And my fictional website is going to be called Larry's Landscaping. So I'm just going to type that in there. Do not install sample content. So do not check this box and then click install now. So once it's installed, we can actually click here and see our new website. It says Larry's Landscaping, and this is a blank Joomla website. But what we want to do is start editing this website. So we're going to change the look, add some content, and make it a real website. So let's log into the back end or the administrative area of our Joomla website. To do that, we can click the admin section right here. But first, before you do that, make sure to copy this password that they just created for you. So copy that and then click the admin section. So you will want to bookmark this page because you will be using this page a lot. You can also just get to this page by going to yourwebsite.com/administrator. And once you're here, just type in the username that you just created. So mine was my name, and paste in your password. Click login. And now we are in the back end of our Joomla website. So this is where we change any options, change any aspect of our website. This is where we can add content, delete content, edit content, anything. And you can do this from any computer. It doesn't have to be the computer that you made the Joomla website on originally. So you can do this from anywhere in the world. So the first thing that we should do is change that password to something that we will remember. So let's go down here to edit profile. And just type in a new password, confirm it, and click save and close. So whenever you get a green message in Joomla, that means it's good. And if you get a red one, that means it's bad. All right, so we have installed Joomla. So we can scratch this off the list. But I forgot to add one more step before we add our content, and that is downloading and installing a template. And in Joomla, what a template is just the way the website looks, or it's the design of the website. So if we go and look at the main website, and you can look at the main website by clicking this button up here. And we can see that this website has a certain look to it. It has these little boxes and the logo up here. This is the template. This is the default template that comes with Joomla. And what we want to do is download a third-party template and install it. So our Joomla website is going to change the way it looks. So let's do that now. And let's head over to Google. And let's type in JSN Groove, Gruve. And let's click this top one up here. And let's click the View Live Demo button right here. And now we are in the demonstration website of this particular template. So this demo website is going to show off all the different capabilities of this template. But what we want to do is download the template. So let's go to Get It Now up here at the top. And under the free column, let's click Download. So what we want to do is download the template, and we also want to download the documentation. So the template is going to be this one, the third one down, which says JSN Groove Installation Package. So let's click Download. And we also want to download the documentation package. So let's click Download on that one as well. And once that's completed, let's just drag them both onto the desktop. And let's go over to back to the demo website. So let's just keep this open, and let's unzip the documentation, and let's delete the zip file for the documentation, and we're going to keep the template unzipped. Excuse me, we're going to keep the template zipped. So let's install the template now by going over to the back end of our Joomla website, also known as the administrator area. And let's go to extensions, and let's click Extension Manager. So the Extension Manager is where you can install any new extensions or plugins or modules or components or templates onto your Joomla website. So to install something new onto your Joomla website, let's just click Choose File. Let's go over to our desktop, and let's click the template zip file. Click Open, and click Upload and Install. So that's all it takes to install a new template. So now if we look at the front end of our website, we can see that the template has actually changed. Doesn't look like much yet because we need to add our content, but it is a new template. So the first thing that we're going to do is create a navigation menu up here at the top for our Joomla website. And the navigation menu is going to say Home, About Us, Services, Contact Us, and or whatever else you want it to say. And then when you click one of those links, it's going to bring you to that page. So before we get into making the actual menu, let's go over to the demo site, and I want to explain what a module is. So a module in a Joomla website plays a huge role in the actual website. Pretty much everything you see on this page is a module. This menu is a module. This image slider is a module. This up here is a module. All these little boxes on the side are all different modules. And everything else on this page except for this content in the middle is a module. The content in the middle is called an article, and we will learn more about that later. So let's create a new menu. Let's go over to the module manager by going to extensions and clicking module manager. So this is where we can edit, delete, or change any settings of any of the modules on our Joomla website. This is where you can also create a new module, and that's what we're going to do right now. So let's go to the new button right here at the top, and we're going to create a new menu module. So let's click the menu button right here. And we can just give it a title of menu. And I'm going to hide the title because I don't want this menu text to actually show up on the actual site. So I'm going to hide this title. And now we have to assign this module to the correct position on our website. So you could literally have a menu anywhere on your website. You could have it on the bottom of your website or on the side of your website. But I want my menu to be on the top of my website. So we have to assign our menu to the correct position, and that's where the documentation comes in. So let's open up the documentation folder that we downloaded. And let's click on the configuration manual. It's going to say JSN Groove configuration manual.pdf. Double click it. And we want to, if you're on a PC, type in Control F, and if you're on a Mac, type in Command F. And we're just going to do a quick search for the term module position, and it should come up right here. And if you scroll down, you'll find what is called a module map. And this is very important to any Joomla website. You have to refer to the module map while making your website. Every module map is going to be different for every template. So if you're using a different template, you have to reference your module map. So if we check out this module map, we'll see that the image slider area was actually called promo. We'll see that the logo area was called logo. We can see that the left and right little boxes that I showed you on the demo site are called left and right. But what we're here to do is find the name of the menu position, and it's just simply main menu on this template. So now that we know the name of it, let's go over to the position right here, and let's type in main menu, and it should come up JSN Groove, and it'll say main menu. Just click that. And now if we click save and refresh our website, we'll have a new menu on our website. Now it doesn't look exactly right yet. We have to change a few settings, but we have assigned a menu to our website. So let's change some settings, and let's go back to the documentation, and let's do another search by typing in Command or Control F, and let's type in main menu. So it's going to show us the all the options that we should set the main menu module to. And we can forget about everything, but what we want to focus on is the menu class suffix. So let's just copy this by highlighting it and right-clicking or typing in Command or Control C and click copy. Now let's go back to the module manager, and let's go to our menu module, and then let's go to options. And then let's open up advanced options. And then we'll see module class suffix, and we'll see, or excuse me, it should be on menu class suffix because it says menu class suffix. And then it just wants you to type in or paste in this to right here. So I'm just going to paste that in. And where it says menu assignment, this is where you could assign your menu to only one page or only some of the pages. We only have one page on our website, which is the home page, which is the default page in Joomla. But obviously, we would want the main menu to be assigned on all pages. So let's save that. And now let's check out our menu. So now we have a nice little menu. And all we need now are more menu items that say about, contact, services, and whatever else you want them to say. So in Joomla, in order to make a menu, you need to make two things. You need to make the page which the menu item gets pointed to, So it's going to be like an about page or a services page or a contact page. And then you actually need to make the menu item, which shows up here on the navigation menu. And I'll walk you through it and you'll understand what I mean. So let's first create some blank pages which we can point our menu items to. And in Joomla, pages are also known as articles. So let's create a few articles by going to our Joomla backend. And let's go to Content, Article Manager, and let's click Add New Article. All right, so I'm just going to create an About page or an About article. It's going to say About Us, and I'm just going to leave this blank for now because we're going to fill in the content later. So I'm going to click Save and New. The next one is going to be my Services page, so it's just going to say Services. I'll click Save and New again. And the next one is going to be where I'm going to display all of my photos for my fictional landscaping website. So it's going to be called Our Work. Save and New. And my last one is going to be called Contact Us. So now we can save and close this. And now if we check out our website and refresh it, we'll see that there has been no changes made yet. So we made the pages, but now we need to create links in the menu which point to those pages. So let's do that now by going to Menus, Main Menu, and then let's add a new menu item. So when you get to this page, we're just going to set the menu item type to article, single article, since what we just created and what we want these menu items to point to are single articles. So single article, and then we're going to select the article. So it's going to give you the options of the articles that we just created. So I'm going to do About Us. And then the menu titles are just going to be copies of the article names. So it's going to be About Us. And this is the name that's going to actually show up right here. So I'm going to save and new. And I'm going to just do the same thing for the rest of them. So select single article. Select the article. I'll do services next. And I'll name it services. And I'll click save and new. One more time. And this will be the last one. And we can click save and close now. So now if we check out our website and refresh it, we'll have a full-on menu. And if we actually click on any of those pages, it'll bring us to the blank About Us article or services article that we created. So if we were to actually go into the article manager and take the About Us page and make a little happy face here, click save and close, and go to the About Us page, we should see our little happy face right there. All right, so let's get started on the home page. So the home page is going to have a image slider at the top. It's going to have a couple of text modules below that displaying information like about the company and maybe some of the services that this company provides. And then right below that, it's going to have another link to the photo gallery. So let's get started. And for the image slider, we have to download another extension. So let's go over to Google. And let's do a search for JSN image show. Image show is one word. And you'll want to click the extensions.joomla.org link. And I'm going to leave a link to this in the description as well. And then just click this download button right here. and oops. And then you'll want to click the free column and click download. And it's going to be this one right here for Joomla 3.0. If you're running 2.5, you'll want to get the 2.5 version. And just drag that onto your desktop. And we can close this up. And then what you want to do is just go to Extensions, Extension Manager, and where it says Choose File, either click Choose File or just drag it in like this. Click Upload and Install. And just click Finish. All right, so the first thing that we have to do is actually upload the images that we want to show in our image slider. So I already have a few images prepared, and the images are about 940 pixels wide by 270 pixels tall. And if you have pictures that are too big and you want to resize them and you don't have Photoshop or another photo editing software, you can go to pixlr.com, go to the Pixlr editor, upload your images to this website. And once you get your images on here, you can go to Image, Canvas Size, and then change the canvas size to 940 by 270. So once you've done that, and you have a few images that you want on your slideshow, just go to Content, Media Manager, and this is where we can upload our images. So I'm just going to create a new folder for our images to be in, just so it's a little bit more organized. So I'm going to click Create New Folder, and then I'm just going to call it Slideshow. So after that, just click the new folder to open it up. And then let's upload our images to this folder. So let's click the Upload button up here. Click Choose Files. Find your files, and then you can select multiple files by clicking the first one, holding Shift, and then clicking the last one, and then releasing Shift. Click Open, and click Start Upload. All right, so now that all of our images are uploaded, let's go to Components. Let's go to JSN Image Show, and then let's go to Show Lists. So this is where we just define which images we want to show in our image slider. So just click New, and let's just give it a title of Home Slider. And then click the Show List Image Sources tab right here, and then click Save Show List. So then for the image source, we're just going to select Image Folder. And then you'll want to click the Show List Images tab right up here. So we're just going to select the new slideshow folder that we just created. And then we're just going to drag in which images we want to show in our image slider. So I'm just going to drag them all in. And then if you want to rearrange the order in which the images get shown, you can just drag and drop. So I want to show this one first, and I want to show this one last. So I'm just going to drag this one up here. And once you're done, just click Save and Close. And now the next thing we have to do is create a showcase. And what the showcase is just how the image slider looks, or it's the template or theme of the image slider. So just go to Showcases, click New, give it a title of Home Slider or whatever else you want to call it. And then under the Showcase Themes tab, just click Save Showcase. And then I want to use the slider theme, so it's going to be this one right here. Just click it, it'll download and install. And then you can change some of the options of the theme. So if you want to show a caption, which I don't, I'm actually going to hide the caption. You can hide that caption down there. If you want to show this up here, you can choose to hide or show the thumbnail. I'm actually going to hide it. And for the toolbar, you can choose to hide the arrows or always show them or show them on mouse over. And then you can also choose to hide or show this pause button. And I'm going to hide that. You can also change the slider timing, so that's how fast each image gets shown. And there's a few more options you can play with. So just play with those, and once you're done, you can click Save and Close. And then what you want to do is go over to Extensions, Module Manager, and then go to the JSN Image Show module right here. And let's hide the title. And then we have to look in our documents and let's go to the module positions page right here. And let's look where we want to place our new image slideshow. So I know I want it to be above the main content or the main body and below the main menu. So it's probably going to be around promo. So I'm just going to type in promo right here. And make sure not to choose promo left or promo right, just choose promo. After that, let's go into the options. And then let's select the show list. So that's going to be home slider, and the showcase is also going to be home slider. And then we want to set the width to 100%. So that's going to fill up 100% of the width of our website. And then the overall height is going to be 270 pixels, and that's how big our images are. So after that, just go over to the menu assignment, and we want to assign this to only the home page. So I'm going to select only on the pages selected. I'm going to select none of them, and then I'm just going to select the home page. After that, just click Save and Close. And now if we check out our site and refresh it, we should have a brand new image slider right up here at the top. So the next thing that we're going to do is add a couple of text modules right below this image slider, which displays a little bit of information about this company, like who we are and where we're located, and also maybe some of the services that this company provides. So let's do that now, and let's go over to the module manager by going to Extensions, Module Manager, and let's create a new module. And since these modules are only going to display text, the best way to do that is just to select the custom HTML module right here. So this first one is just going to display some basic information about my company. You don't want to confuse your visitors with too much information for the homepage. You just want to put some basic information like where you're located, who you are, and just a couple of things just so the visitor knows they're in the right place. So this one's going to be a little bit about Larry's landscaping. And I'm going to show the title because I want to show this. And then I'm going to select my position. So let's check out our module map. And I run it right below the promo. And I think the best one is going to be user 1. So let's go over to position and let's select user 1. And then let's go to custom output right here. So this is where we can type a little bit about Larry. And I already have some dummy text prepared. So I'm just going to copy it and paste it in. I'm also going to add a link, which is going to say learn more. So if you want to know a little bit more about Larry, this is going to bring us to the About Us page. So I am going to go to the About Us page. And I'm going to copy this URL right up here. I'm just going to click copy. And I'm going to highlight the Learn More link. And I'm going to click this link button right here. And I'm just going to paste in what I just copied. And after that, let's assign it only to the home page because I don't want to show this module on any of the other pages. So I'm going to select only on the pages selected, select none, and select the home page. From there, we can close this up and let's check it out. All right. So as you can see, when you only have one text module, it'll actually widen out to fit the whole width of the page. But now I want to add another one right beside it, which is going to be user 2. And user 2 is just going to cut it in half. So this one's going to get a little bit skinnier. I'll show you what I mean. If we go over to the module manager, create a new module, and it's going to be a custom HTML module. And this one is just going to be the services. So I think that's the most logical next step of what a visitor would want to see is just a little excerpt of some of the services that this company provides. So let's select the position, and that's going to be user 2 again. User 2. Let's select custom output, and I already have, or actually I don't. Let's copy this. And let's write learn more. And I'm just going to copy the services page URL right up here. Copy, highlight this, click the link button, paste it in, and click insert. So after that, let's assign it only to the home page and click save and close. So let's check that out. Now, as you can see, the services cut the About Larry's landscaping in half, so it got a little bit skinnier but taller. All right, so now when a user comes to this website, they can right off the bat easily see who Larry's Landscaping is, what they do, how long they've been in business, maybe where they're located, and that'll let them know they're in the right place. And then right off the bat, again, they can see some of the services. And if they need any more information on either of those two topics, they can go to the About page by clicking here, or go to the Services page by clicking here. So when you're making a website, you want to provide multiple links to the same place just so it's really clear and easy to get to the core content of your website. So I think the next most logical step is people will probably definitely want to see some of the work that Larry has done. So that's going to go to the photo gallery, and that's going to be the Our Work page. So I'm actually going to add another link down here that says see our photo gallery or something like that. And it's going to have a little photo gallery icon right next to it, just so it's super clear and super easy to get to whatever page they want to get to. So let's do that now, and this one is actually going to be a little bit different than these two because this one is not going to be a module. This one's actually going to be an article. So we have to create a new article, which is going to be the home page article. So let's go to Content, Article Manager, and let's add a new article. So the first thing that I'm going to do is actually going to get the little image icon. And a great place to get icons for free is dryicons.com. And then you can just search for any specific icon that you want. So I know the one that I want is called Images. And it's this one right here. So I'm going to just click it. I'm going to click the PNG. And once that's done downloading, I'm just going to throw it on my desktop and close this up and unzip it. So now I'm going to go over to the image icon right here, and I'm going to upload what I just downloaded by going to the bottom here and clicking Choose Files, go to my desktop, and finding the folder that I just downloaded. And then for something like this, you'll probably want to use 32 by 32, and that's just the size in pixels. So 32, I will open it, I will upload it. And now once it's uploaded, you have to select it by clicking it and then insert it into the article. Clicking insert, and then I want to write click here to see our work. And I want this to be in big, bold letters. So I'm just going to highlight it, and I'm going to go to this where it says paragraph. I'm going to select heading 1. And I'm also going to make this a link. So let's go over to the our work page, which that's going to link to. I'm going to copy the URL, and I'm going to make it a link. Insert, and let's save and close it. Now we won't see any changes yet on our home page. We have to assign our menu item, which is our home menu item, which Joomla made by default, to the article that we just made. So let's do that now. Let's go to menus, main menu, and let's go to this default home menu item. And as you can see, it's set to show the featured articles, and we just want it to show a single article. So let's edit this, click select, click articles, click single article, and let's select the article that we just created. So that's going to be home. And now we can save and close this. So let's refresh this. And now it should say it. Actually, I want to center it, so it's right in the center. And to do that, let's go back to the article manager. Let's go to the home article. And I'm just going to highlight all of this and click the center button right here. So we can save and close that. And we can refresh. So it is here, but now we have all of these little, like it says home and it says home again. It says written by super user, and it has this little gray box. And I want all of that gone. I don't want to confuse anyone. I just want it to be real clean and simple. So let's get rid of all that information now. So let's go over to the article manager. And let's go to options right up here. And then what you want to do is just pretty much hide everything. So under show title, we're going to hide it. Link titles, show intro text, hide, no, hide. Just make everything red. And once you are done doing that, just click save and close. And now some of the stuff should be gone. And now I just want to get rid of this little home text right up here. So let's go over to menus, main menu. Let's click the home menu item. Let's go into the advanced options and scroll all the way to the bottom and find link type, let's find page display options. And under show page heading, click no, click save and close, and let's refresh this. And that looks pretty good. All right, so now we can go to the about page easily, the services page easily, and the gallery page easily. All right, so next up is to add a phone number up here at the top for Larry's Landscaping. It's going to say call Larry, and it's going to give a really clear phone number. So if anyone's trying to just call them, they can easily find that information. And this is going to be a module. So let's go into the module manager. Let's create a new module by clicking the new button right here. And this is just going to be plain text because it's just going to display the phone number. So let's select custom HTML. And let's give it a title of phone number. And I'm just going to hide the title because I don't want this phone number text to show up on my website. And now let's find the position. So I know I want it to be on the right of the logo at the top. So I guess the position is called top. So let's type in top and make sure not to put it on the top position on the bees template. Let's put it on the JSN Groove top position. So select this one right here. And let's go to the custom output and let's write call Larry. And then I'm going to hold shift and press enter and then type in my phone number. So the reason why I hold shift and press enter is because if you just press enter, it'll make a bigger space in between the two lines. All right, so now I'm going to change it to heading 4 to make it nice and big. And I'm going to align it to the right hand side so it is on the top right corner of my website. So let's go to the menu assignment and make sure to show it on all pages. I want to show it on all pages because I want the phone number to be visible on any page that you are on the whole website. All right, so let's save and close that. And let's refresh our page. All right, so it looks good. The next thing that I want to do is actually change the logo. So let's go over to the template manager by going to extensions, template manager, and let's go to the JSN Groove template right here. Click that. And then you'll see a tab called logo. And if you already have a logo prepared and you know what to do, you can just upload it by clicking this button right here and clicking this button right here and finding your logo and uploading it. But if you need a logo and you don't have one yet, let's just go over to pixlr.com and let's go to the Pixlr editor. So let's create a new image and let's make it around 200 pixels wide and maybe 65 pixels high. And actually, you can make it as wide as you want. Just make it less than maybe 600 pixels wide. And let's click transparent right here and click OK. So the transparent means that the background of the website is going to show through the image. And I will show you what I mean. So let's just type in our company name by clicking the text tool and typing in Larry's Landscaping or whatever company name you have. And we can change the size. And maybe change the color. And if you wanted, you could go back to dry icons and maybe get a little icon and place it right here. But I'm just going to show this as an example. So once you're done, obviously, maybe you'll want to get a little bit more creative than this. But once you're done, go to File, click Save, and then under Format, click PNG. And then under Name, just name it logo.png. Make sure you include the .png. Click OK. And save it onto your desktop. All right, so we can close this up and we can just go to upload and we can upload our new logo.png file. Click upload, select it, and click select. So now we have our logo, and if we save and close this and refresh it, we should have an amazing new logo. But actually, I already have a logo prepared that looks a little bit better than that, so I'm going to upload that now. So I'm just going to save and close that. And now here is my new logo. All right, so next up is the About Us page. And the About Us page is going to be pretty simple. It's just going to have an image of Larry and one of his workers. It's going to have a few paragraphs of information about Larry's Landscaping, obviously. And then on the right, it's going to have a module with some social media icons. And below that, it's going to have a module with a testimonial. So let's do that now, and let's edit our About Us article. So let's go to Content, Article Manager, And let's click on the About Us article. So we can erase this happy face. And you're definitely going to want to take some time to write out a really good About Us page, because it's not only the customers that are going to be looking at this, but it's also people looking to partner up with you or invest in your company if that's the case with your company. It is really important, and I did write out a little formula which is really good to follow if you want to write a good About Us page. You'll definitely want to keep it pretty short, just a few paragraphs, but you'll want to include a photo of you or your team, and this will just make you more trustworthy and credible, and it'll make the people looking at your company a lot more familiar with you. And then in the paragraphs, you'll want to include who you are, just a basic overview of who your company is, a little history like when you got started, and maybe a little backstory of how you got started. Then you want to include some core values, and the core values are really important because you'll want to resonate with people with your same core values. So if an investor or a customer sees that you are really detailed oriented and all about design, then they'll definitely want to work with you after reading your About Us page. And you also want to include a little personality throughout all of this. Maybe make it fun or just make it how your personality is. After that, you'll want to include some accomplishments just so you're a little more credible, and maybe explain why you're special or why you stand out or why you're better than the competition. So I did write out uh, a little about page following this basic template. So if we paste this in, we can see who or what Larry's Landscaping is, and it says Larry's Landscaping is a passionate landscaping company based out of Los Angeles, California. And then for the history, it says Larry's Landscaping was formed in 1980, immediately after founder Larry Smith received a degree in landscape architecture from Yale. And this is a little credentials and a little backstory here. What started off as just Larry and a beat up Toyota pickup truck, word of mouth eventually turned this company into a passionate 40-person team. Larry's Landscaping has taken on and exceeded the expectations of clients like Disney, Katy Perry, and Britney Spears. So here's a little more credibility. And then for the core values, it says Larry makes sure his whole team has his number one core value: attention to detail. Larry doesn't settle for pretty good. Larry and his team know it's the little details that make it incredible. He loves to work with people who love what they do, so all employees are screened to make sure they're extremely passionate, honest, and have a great sense of humor. Larry personally oversees every job, big or small, to make sure his whole team delivers more than the customer has asked for. And then for the accomplishments and explaining why you are special or better than the competition, it says, because of their forward-thinking innovation, Larry and his team have won the WBL World's Best Landscaping Contest 10 consecutive years in a row. Being the first to use advanced techniques like dirt alkalization and 3D design rendering, Larry's Landscaping makes sure to get his customers to the final goal, a beautiful yard. So hopefully after you read this, you think differently and you think highly of Larry's Landscaping. And then you'll want to include maybe a link to the contact page. So if people really resonated with this and really like who you are, they'll contact you today for a free quote or just contact you about a partnership or whatever. So I'm going to actually center this and make this a link to the contact us page. So after that, I want to add my image in, and I want my image to be on the left here, and I want my text to wrap around my image. So I'll show you what I mean, and I'll show you how to do that. Let's go to the image icon. Let's go to choose files, and I'm just going to upload my landscaper's photo. Click start upload. And then I'm going to select my image and set the align to left. Then I'm going to click insert, and I'm going to save this. So let's check that out. And let's go to the About Us page. And it looks pretty good. The only problem I'm having is that there's not enough space in between this image and the text. It's kind of touching here. So let's go over to the plugin manager and let's type in tiny. And let's click this tiny MCE. So this is the text editor that we've been using to edit the articles and modules. And we're just gonna set it to the functionality. Let's set it to extended. Let's click save and close. Let's go to the article manager and let's go back to the About Us article. And then what you want to do is just click on the image once and then click this button right here. This is editing the CSS style, and basically we can just make it so there's a little bit of padding on the right side of this image, so there's a little bit of space. So let's go over to the tab that says box. And then over on the padding area right here, let's uncheck save for all. And then on the right hand side, let's just type in 15. And that's all you have to do. Just click update, and then it should make a little space in between there. So now if we save this and refresh it, we'll have a little bit of space there. So it looks a little better. So next up, let's go into the module manager and let's add some modules to the right hand side. So let's go to extensions, module manager, new, and let's click custom HTML. So this is going to be the social icons. So I'm just going to name it social, and I will show the title. And then I want it to be on the right hand side of the article. So if we check it out here, main body is going to be the article, and then right is going to be on the right hand side. So the position is going to be right. Make sure to do it on the JSN Groove template. And then let's head over to Google and let's type in elegant media icons. And it should be this one right here. It's called free social media icon set. And let's just click download here. I'm also going to add a link in the description to this page. So I'm just going to drag this onto my desktop and I'm going to unzip it. And all these are just a bunch of different pictures of all these social media logos. So we can see there's all these different logos to choose from. So all we have to do is go into the custom output. And then let's open up the image uploader right here. And then under the upload file, just click choose files. And let's go to the desktop. And let's find our folder. And then you'll want to open up the PNG folder. So from here, you can just choose whichever icons that you want to display. And if you want to choose multiple icons at the same time, you can hold down Command if you're on a Mac and click. So I'm holding down Command. Or if you're on a PC, you can hold down Control and click whichever icons you want to show. So I'm going to show Facebook. I'm going to show Delicious. I am going to show Flickr and Orkut and Stumble Upon, Tumblr, Twitter, and YouTube. So that should be 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let's do one more. Google. All right, so I want 9 because it shows it in rows of 3. So I want 3 rows of 3. So I'm going to open up those, upload those. And then I'm just going to insert them one by one by clicking once on each one and clicking insert. And just doing the same for the rest of them. And here's the last one. So I'm just going to insert that. And now if you want to make these a link to your Facebook or social media accounts, you can just go to your social media account. So I'm just going to go to my YouTube page, and I'm going to copy this URL. And then I'm just going to select any of these icons and click the link button right here. And then I'm going to paste in what I just copied. And we can set the menu assignment to only on, I want this on my contact page and my About Us page. So I'm going to set it to both, and I'm going to save and close that. So now if we check out our About Us page, we should have a nice new social media icon module. But actually, I want to make this module look a little bit different. There's no theme to this module. And we can actually change the look of each module. If we go over to the demo site or go into the documents and go to the module styles section, we can actually look at all these different styles. Like this light box will make it a white module style. This one is blue. This one has a blue top. This one's gray. But I want this one, rich box 2. So it says in the module class suffix to copy this without quotes. So we'll just copy richbox-2 JSN-icon-info. Copy it. And we'll go into the module manager and go into the social module that we just created. And we can change the style by going into the options, advanced options, and under module class suffix, just paste in what we just copied. So now if we save and close that, refresh it, there'll be a little bit of a box around this. So next up, I want to add a testimonial. So let's make a new module by going over to the module manager, clicking new. And again, this is going to be a custom HTML module. So this is going to be the testimonial. So I'll name it what people are saying. And the position is also going to be right. So we can actually have multiple modules in the same position, and all that will do is just it'll just stack one module on top of another. So let's go into the custom output, and I'm just going to paste in this testimonial that I've already written out. Then I'm just going to make a new line, and I will sign it, and I can indent this by putting my cursor in front of it and clicking this indent button right here. And then what I'll do is go into the HTML editor right here and change this P into block quote and keeping the less than and greater than signs, and change this P into block quote, keeping the less than, the slash, and the greater than sign. So I'll click update, and I will change the menu assignment to only on the pages selected, and I only want it on my About Us page. So I'm just going to click About Us, and I also want to change the style of this module. So I'm just going to go to Options, Advanced Options, and I'm going to copy the solid 1 style. So that'll be right here. I'm just going to copy it, and I'm going to paste it into the module class suffix. So from there, let's save that and see how it looks. And let's refresh it. And that looks pretty good. So maybe I want to indent this name a little bit more. And we can do that by going here. But overall, that looks pretty good. Maybe I would want to make a couple more lines down here to make this module and the article a little more even, but I think that's good for this page. So the next page is the services page, and all the services page is just going to be a big list of all of the services that Larry's Landscaping provides, And that is it. So let's go and edit the services article by going to Content, Article Manager, and let's click on Services. So I want all of the services to be displayed in 4 different columns. So to create columns in Joomla, we have to press this button right here. And then we have to change the columns into 4 or however many columns you want. And I only want 1 row. So it's 1 row with 4 columns. And we can leave everything else blank except for width. We want to set width to 100%. So it's going to fill up 100% of the width of our web page. So that's all we have to do. Let's just click insert. And now you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 different columns to put our text in. So we can drag this out a little bit and we can just start writing a list of text. And in Joomla, to write a list, we're just going to click this button right here. And it will make a unordered bullet list. So some of my services would be gardening, tree trimming, pruning, sprinklers, landscape design, pool design, blah, 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 and blah. All right, so I can just take this and I am just going to copy it by typing Command or Control C. And then I'm just going to paste it into the other 3 columns. So 1, 2, 3. All right, and before I save it, I want to add at the top, our services include but are not limited to, and I'm just going to make this nice and big by clicking heading 2. All right, so let's save that and see how it looks. And that looks pretty good. Could have been a little bit longer, but you get the point, and that's how you make different columns of text in Joomla. So let's move on to the Our Work page. So this page is just going to display a big image gallery with all of Larry's work. So let's go over to the control panel and let's close this up. And we're going to be using JSN image show once again for this. So we have to create a new folder of images. So let's go to Content, Media Manager, and let's create a new folder by clicking Create Folder right here. And let's call it Gallery. Click Create Folder. And let's click on the Gallery folder. And let's upload our images. So I'm just going to select a bunch of images by clicking, holding Shift, and clicking again. Then I'll click Open, and I will upload all of those photos. All right, next let's go to Components, and let's click JSN Image Show. And then we want to make a new show list. So let's click Show List, and click New. And I'm just going to call this one Gallery. And then I'm going to click Show List Image Sources, and I'm going to click Save. Then I'm going to select the image source as Image Folder, and then click the Show List Images tab. So I'm going to click the Gallery folder, and once again I'm just going to drag and drop all of these pictures into the Show List Images container. So again, you can rearrange the order of images that you want to show by just clicking and dragging. And once you're done doing that, just go ahead and click Save and Close. So now we have to make a new showcase, which is the theme or the template of the image gallery. So let's go to showcases and let's create a new one. And let's give it a title of gallery again. And under the showcase themes tab, let's just click save showcase. And I want to choose this one called theme classic. So I'm just going to click this one. And here is where you can edit all of the options of this showcase. So we can change some of the color settings by going to the container and clicking the general tab. And we can change the background color. I'll change it to white. And we can change the border color. I'll change that to white also. Then I want to get rid of the caption. So I'm just going to go to caption, general, and click hide. And there are a bunch of other options that you can change. I'm going to actually change the background, this black background right here. So thumbnail, panel black background color, and I'm just going to change that to white also. And that should be good. Oh, the last thing that you want to do is go to the showcase details and change the width to pixels, this PX button right here, and change the width to 800 and the height to around 600. So after you've done that, just click save and close. And then you want to go to the Launchpad. So click this Launchpad button right here. And let's click the gallery for the show list, and then gallery for the showcase. And then for the presentation method, we want it to be inside of an article. So we select inside article right here. Click go. And then it's going to give you a code to copy. So let's just click copy to clipboard. Let's close this up. And now we have to paste that code into our article. So let's go to content, article manager, our work. And I'm just going to paste that code in, and it did not copy. So maybe don't press copy to clipboard. Let's go back to the Launchpad. And let's select inside article, go. And I'm just going to highlight and copy it like that. So now let's go back to the article manager, go to our gallery page, and paste in the code that we just copied. So now let's check it out. Let's save it and refresh our work page. And that looks pretty good. Maybe I could have changed this gray background to white, but I think that'll do for now. All right, so let's get started on the Contact Us page. So this page is going to have a big map that goes all the way across the whole page up on the top. It's going to have a couple more modules like some phone information on the right-hand side, some address information on the left-hand side, and then also another testimonial over here on the left-hand side. And then in the middle, it's going to have a nice email form so your visitors can email you directly from your website. So let's get started on the map, and let's head over to maps.google.com, and let's type in our address or your business's location. I'm just going to use Manhattan Beach, California. And once you've found your location, just click this link right here and click Customize and Preview Embedded Map. Under Map Size, click Custom, set the width to 940, and set the height to 270. You can also change the orientation of the map if you want by clicking and dragging. And once you're done doing that, just right-click this and click Select All, and then copy it. So let's copy that code, and we can close this up. Let's go to the back end of our website, and let's go over to extensions, and let's go to Plugin Manager. So before we can put the map inside of a module, we have to edit a setting in the text editor. So let's go to Plugin Manager and search for Tiny, and then let's click Tiny MCE. And then let's go to Basic Options, and then let's, under Prohibited Elements, just get rid of iframe and the comma. So now let's save and close this, and let's go to the Module Manager. Click New, and click Custom HTML. So let's give this a title. I'll just call it map, but I'm not going to show this title. And then the position is going to be the exact same as the image slideshow. So it's going to be promo. And then under custom output, we're just going to open up the HTML window, and we're going to paste in the code that we just copied from Google Maps. Click update, and I only want this to show up on the Contact Us page. So let's go over to the menu assignment, and let's go to only on the pages selected, select none, and select Contact Us. So let's save it and see how it looks. And that looks about right. The only thing that I want to do is get rid of this little text that says view larger map. So to get rid of that, let's go back to the custom output. Let's open up the HTML window again. And then you'll just want to delete everything up to this BR tag. So let's delete this BR tag. So the last piece of code that you want is just the less than and the greater than sign with the iframe in the middle. Click update, and we can save and close that. And let's see how that looks. And that looks pretty good. So the next thing that I want to do is add some phone and email information on the right hand side right above these social icons. So let's make a new module. And it's going to be a custom HTML module. And I'm just going to give it a name of phone and email. And I'm going to show the title. And I'm going to set the position to right, making sure that I'm on the JSN Groove template. And then under custom output, I'm going to write my fake phone number. And right below it, I'm going to write my fake email address. And I'm going to put it in the center. And I want this module to have a style. And I want the style to be richbox2. So I'm just going to copy the module class suffix. And I'm going to go to options, advanced options, and under module class suffix, I'm just going to paste what I just copied. And then I only want this to show up on the Contact Us page. So I'm just going to set the module assignment to only on the pages selected, select none, and select the Contact Us page. So from there, let's save that and see how it looks. And that looks pretty good. And if you are getting this message, to fix that, let's go over to the Plugin Manager, Extensions, Plugin Manager, and let's type in email. And then let's disable the email cloaking. So I'm just going to disable it by clicking the green check button, and hopefully it will turn to a red X. And now it will display our email right here. All right, so next up is the address. So I want an address. I want an address module over here on the left-hand side. So let's create a new module. This one's going to be a custom HTML module again. And we're going to set the title to address. And the position is going to be left. And the custom output is going to be my fake address. And I'm just going to center this. And I am going to set the module class suffix to the same richbox2. And under menu assignment, I only want this to show up on the contact us page. So I'm going to go to only on the pages selected and select only the contact us page. So let's save it and let's see how that looks. And that looks pretty good. And the next thing that I want to do is add another testimonial right under here. So let's make a new module. And again, this is going to be a custom HTML module. This one's going to be called testimonial. And this one's going to also be on the left position. And I also want this to be the richbox2 module class suffix. So I'm just going to paste that in again. I'm going to write my amazing testimonial. And I don't know if that's spelled right, but you get the point. And I'm also going to set this to the block quote by clicking this button right here. Or not that button. I'm going to actually click this button right here. This is the block quote button. If you don't want to edit the HTML, you can just highlight and click this button right here. And I am going to set the menu assignment to only on the contact us page. So let's see how that looks. All right, looks pretty good. Now, the next thing that I want to do is add an email form right here in the middle. So let's head over to woofoo.com. That's WUFOO. And this is a great place to make email forms. If you don't have an account with Woofoo, just click sign up for free and sign up. And then you're going to want to log in. And once you're in, just click this new form button right here. And then we're just going to make a new email form. So we want to put in an email address. So this is going to ask for people's email address, maybe their name. And then we're going to add a big paragraph so people can send you a nice message. We can change this to your message. And then under form settings, we can just change untitled form to contact us. And I'm actually just going to delete the description. So from there, let's just click Save Form. And then click I'm finished, take me back to the form manager. Then we have to get the code for this form. So let's click the code button. And then click the embed form code tab. And then under the JavaScript version, just click it and copy it. And now let's go back to our back end. And I have to sign in again. And let's go to Content, Article Manager, and let's go into the Contact Us article. Oh wait, actually I forgot to add one thing. We have to change one setting in the TinyMCE editor. So let's go to Extensions, Plugin Manager, and type in Tiny. And now we have to allow a JavaScript to be embedded in our text editor. So let's get rid of this script and the comma right here. So the only thing in the prohibited elements is the applet. So let's go save and close. And now let's go back to the article manager. Let's go to contact us. Let's open up the HTML window, paste in what we just copied, and click update. So now if we save it, and we go to our contact page, we should have a nice new email form right here. Alright guys, so that is how you make a basic website using Joomla. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment.